Namaste, everyone. Doing a little chakra update. I haven't done a video for a couple days, and I'm trying to get committed to get videos up every day, no matter what. So we were driving around and doing a whole bunch of stuff today, and we got a little busy, but Cody's probably going to be doing his reads on Love Grows Gaia. Please support Love Grows Gaia. We're working really, really hard out here, you guys. I'm feeling like I'm doing double time between all the energy work that I'm doing, and I have to work to continue to fund it. Sometimes it comes down to just me. And that gets a little daunting sometimes. So visit lovegrowsgaia.wordpress.com, and we have a PayPal link up there, which is actually still in the hole a little bit. We did put a Patreon together. So there's ways to send us donations, and we are a 501c4, a voluntary community service organization. It's not a charity. We don't do tax write-offs. So if you look it up, it's 100% volunteer, and it's 100% funded, and everything goes back to what we're doing. So anywho, much love. CJ and I are definitely, seeing the old matrix fall apart. I'm seeing it fall apart. There isn't as much hunting that I need to do as I'm getting reprogramming codes and bringing and opening up the different things that need to be done for all the different starseed collectives, actually, because there's so many collectives here now. I'm like, oh man, I didn't even, it's not really looking at a race. You could look at it different races, absolutely, but they're all different collectives, actually. So while the different codes are coming down, CJ is going to focus on doing different reads for the over 60-some collectives here. And in that process, he'll get to know it. So I think what I wanted to do, as far as a message today goes, is, how did I get so connected? I spent 20 years doing hands-on healing work, from massage therapy to Reiki to all that stuff. And when I turned 40, I started getting massive codes to change, and that's when my Merkaba really expanded, and I opened up to my 144,000 frequency, and I was able to bring down more of the golden light codes. And then I wasn't restricted to different collectives. I mean, I knew that everybody was pretty much an alien, and in different meat suits most of my life. But did I ever vocalize it or address it? No. I just, was very general and called everyone a soul, and, we're all souls having a human experience, really. And it was just very blanketed with those words. But now it's time to meet your galactic family and to meet them all. The veil is coming off for everyone, and you're going to start seeing things, and it really is all love no matter what. So for him, what he's going to do is, the more he does the reads, then he channels, right? And then when he's channeled and he's helping you, then codes come down for him, and he gets his downloads that he's asking for. So, this is the way that it works for everyone. This is the way that it works for me. The more people that I worked with, and the more things I did, and the more reads I did, the more I could see the chakras, the more I could see the energies, the more I could see what chakras are firing on you, and where these entities are. I could see little black holes in you and dots in you where they hide inside your system, or inside your physical form. So the more you do the work, the more and I shouldn't even call it work, the more that you do reads, and the more that you read people, the more that you're going to see the veil come off, and you're going to go from seeing just an aura to actually seeing the Merkaba, to seeing the source cord and the helix. You're actually going to see the 12 helix. It looks like a Twizzler. So I love Twizzlers growing up. And it does, if it's fully activated, a source cord, to me, sometimes they're silver, sometimes they're gold, sometimes they're just, you could see the 12 helix, but it's not activated, meaning sometimes it's clear, and sometimes it's just blackened because it's been turned off, or it's been deadened out, or it's been veiled. Basically, a veil is a veil, and you can look at it like soot. So getting your activations, how do you get turned on? How do you get your source cord turned on, where you're just downloading from the Akashic records, kind of like the movie The Matrix, but without the big thing going into the back of your head, because that looks really painful. But it actually, once that's all opened up, that could be painful. I know that I had like a stroke back here when I was 27. and it opened up my my pituitary gland and my pineal gland. Like, it felt like a rod that just went straight through my head, and I was like, oh. And I had migraines for like 5 years, while while the angels worked on my stuff and got me awake and aware. So, but how'd I do it? Every day while I was doing all this stuff, every day my full-time job was to do healings, and I tried to work on anywhere from 5 to 15 people a week. And I didn't do anything but hands-on healing. So I wasn't using like tarot cards, and I just recently started using tarot and pulling angel cards and stuff like that. And Cody has always been attracted to the ruins, so whenever I need to read, I ask him to do it. And he's always been very connected to Source and Gaia, whether he's been aware of it or not. So I guess the message is, the more you practice with others, the more you put yourself up and out there, and you want to see these things, and you're like, hey, I want to see what entity's standing in front of me, and I want to see what's behind that meat suit, and what kind of soul I'm dealing with. The more you practice, and the more you try to help others get their reads, that means that you're connected. You connected to help others, therefore you're going to help yourself in the process. So everybody's going to get codes when that happens. So take that in if it resonates with you. And I know that from my heart space that this is how I stay connected. The more I reach out, the more I answer questions, the more I'm sitting here and saying, I'm an open channel for you. Don't tell me the question, I'll give you the answer straight, so that it's not phony. And at the end of the day, the more I do that, the more I'm asking I go to bed and I'm like, oh, I want to download for complicated ancient geometry. I want alchemy. I want metal alchemy and all this other stuff. Not for whatever, just to know how to do it. At the end of the day, whenever I channel and I do a read for someone else, like, their download comes in and then mine comes in right behind it. So because I'm asking for others, I'm also asking for myself. So, and when I sit down to do my own intentional healing, I always say, well, if this is healing in me, then this is going to heal throughout the collective. I then ground it into Gaia and I go down with it. And so if it's a healing for me, then it's got to heal the same exact thing with everybody. So when I do a self-healing, I do it for the whole collective. When I'm reading for someone, I'm doing it for the whole collective and for me and for you. And this is how I stay, Source and Gaia channeled pretty much 24/7, and I can discern things rather quickly, and move forward on things rather quickly, following the frequency law, obviously. That's the biggest deal. Being in alignment with Gaia is massive. I mean, that's pretty much all you're going to be able to do. If it doesn't line up with what Gaia wants, you're just going to keep butting your head against a wall. It's just how it's going to be. She's very specific with what she wants in the Ascension. The Golden Age has frequency laws that are attached to it, and how it's going to come into fruition attached to it. And all the people who are anchored, such as me and Cody and everyone else who chooses to be a mother, father, source anchor into Gaia and back up, being that antenna, so important. If you choose to do that, then every minute that you're connected in that space, you will be healing Gaia, you'll be healing yourself, you'll be getting codes for Gaia, codes for the collective, and yourself is included in that. So, everything's connected. We are all one. We are quantumly connected, and not in an AI kind of quantum connection. There's quantum time and there was quantum connection far before AI. AI is not old. It's not really old, you guys. It created some programs that took over and went berserk, and we played it out until we couldn't anymore. It just is what it is. So let go of that stuff. And the more you stay connected to Source and Gaia, go up into your Source consciousness. You can call it God consciousness. Don't call out Lord. And Jesus is Jesuits. Saying that Lord, your Savior, Jesus Christ, is you basically giving your Christ consciousness to Satan. So stop it. I hope that everybody is going to start to see that, taking communion and things like that, you're drinking the blood of Christ, that's vampirism. You're eating the body of Christ, that's cannibalism. And it's all going to come out, that you guys didn't really know what you were doing either, because you didn't even think about it. It was like, okay. But between the meat, wheat, and fluoride, this shit's heavy, okay? So I love everyone. I'm going to pass this around, take one down, pass it around. We got some work to do today, and definitely want to continue to move forward with Love Grows Gaia. We do have very great options on some things right now, so if any donations would be great, and if we can get the fleet going or get more people to donate trucks, and even pickup trucks. Pickup trucks have been great. If you've got an old one, we got a lot of people that'll volunteer working on the stuff to keep our vehicles out on the road, so that's always a good thing. If you have anything like that, we would be happy to take it too. It doesn't have to be monetary, you guys. There's a lot of stuff that, you know, don't be shy. If you got something, contact me at lovegrows1111@yahoo.com, and I'll put it into service for humanity. That's basically what we're here to do. Love you. Mwah. Namaste.